one of my good buddies, Jason Craig, who grew up beside me. Craiger was, how much older is Craiger than me? I'm, 38? Craiger's probably in his late 40s, 46, 47, something like that.
Was he playing street hockey and kicking the shit out of you?
He was playing street hockey. I was like trying to hang out with him, and
Yeah.
he was a pretty good guy. But at times he's like, "Fucking beat it, Shane." I'm hanging out with my buddies. So Craiger, used to take me to junior hockey games. We go up and watch, junior B hockey games together. We hit the McDonald's drive-through too many times together.
Even back then?
Oh, yeah. Sunday night, he had this Jeep, We get in his Jeep. He had this, red Jeep. We get in there. Bowmanville's 20 minutes from Portal.
Would you puff one?
No, but we just chew tobacco, We throw a big lipper in, right? Go to the game, chew the whole game, and then on the way out of there, I'm like, Craiger, I hit that Golden Arches on the way home. So his son, Kolby Craig, is 13 years old. He broke his wrist. Now he's torn his Achilles, up dog. I just wanted to bring him up. And Kolby, listen, hang in there, buddy. And up dog, I know you battled some injuries throughout your career. And just any advice for Kolby? Just to keep working hard, right?
No, it's this game is tough. Life's tough. Injuries are never when they happen. It's like, why, And there's you have options, right? When you get hurt, hopefully, there's some injuries out there that are really bad ones, and knock on wood, we made it through a long career, Obi, without having really crazy ones. But they're tough, and Achilles is really tough. It's one of the harder ones, but you're going to be, hopefully you're in great hands. You got good support. Your old man's there for you. Yeah. Work hard. Have faith in the process of getting better. Let that body, the body does magical things. The human body can, with the right care and, rehab, it's not easy. I remember my first Pee-wee hockey game with checking involved, which is, I look back now and I was a tiny kid. First game ever, I fucking get hit in the boards, and I didn't know how to take a check or give a check back then, Obes. Yeah. And I learned how eventually, but I was 4 or 5 feet away from the boards going to try to get the red line to dump a puck in. I got hit by this kid, Aaron Krusheneric.
Still remember his name,
Yeah, because he ended up playing with me. He's a beauty. He wore number 9 too. He's from Grand Center. And he fucking...
Where's Grand Center?
Grand Center is fucking... Look at this is a geographical fucking podcast today. From Fort Mac, it's south and east towards Bonnyville. Hey, Dad? There you go.
Hey, doesn't Canada has great names for little towns.
Bonnyville.
Especially if you go through Saskatchewan. You go through the province of Saskatchewan, you hear some fucking great names.
So you used to know, as soon as you're coming to Grand Center, you knew you're going to get in a fucking tilt. Because it was a tough little barn, and it was a place where the Canadian military used to fly planes out of, so fighter jets. Yeah. And as soon as you come in right before the rink, there was this fucking, like a statue of a real fucking fighter plane. And I'm like, I'm 10 or 12, ready to go fucking try to score maybe a couple apples. And fucking you see this massive jet, and you're like, holy shit, this is fucking, people are flying these. This is real. Yeah. You never see, I've fucking never been in an airplane really, probably. And then you go in and you work over the Grand Center Oilers. That's who they were. So
the Oil.
They were the Oil. We were the Oil Barons, but they were Grand Center Oilers, I think. We kicked the shit. We had the St. Louis Blues colors.
No,
they actually had the Oiler colors.
I went up for your jersey retirement.
Nice times.
Where I stepped off that bird and right in my nutsack. I never felt cold like that, except for Finland years later.
That'll fucking tuck the nuts up in the stomach, won't it?
I just had like a jacket on, my Nikes, and Kolby, hang in there, buddy. Up, dog.
Hang in there. My first game, I broke my collarbone, and I had like 6 to 8 weeks. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even know. Is this is hockey like what I need to play? Am I first game checking? And you know what? You learn a lot from yourself when you get hurt. And so if I had a message to Kolby, it's like, it's tough, and you're going to go through emotions, and you're young, and your body will heal. Your body will heal, and work hard and trust it. Hockey's a wonderful game. You're going to build so many great relationships from it, but trust the process of getting better, and I wish you the best. I hate seeing injuries, but it's part of the game, and we hope to get you back on the ice as soon as possible. Yeah, well said. It's got to be tough as a kid, right? Like it's hard in the NHL when you get hurt, let alone as a kid when you just want to be out there with your buddies. And so hang in there. And shout out to his mom, Shelly, Stevie, she's a beauty, and his sister, Casey. So the Craig family, they were like my neighbors. I grew up, we had a sick outdoor rink. The one year we took the fence down, big outdoor rink. It was. Speaking of outdoor rinks. My brother just made a tits outdoor rink. Did he? Oh. Did he? Well, I think Big Scott here, who's now, he's sitting in the studio, I think he had a lot to do with it. But my brother, man, his young girl, Emma, who's 13 now, she's quite the little hockey player. She loves it? Hockey kids in Canada who get to play on outdoor rinks elevate their game so much. you know, in one season, having an outdoor rink. I remember that's all I did. All I would do from the moment I got home from school was put on skates, freeze my nuts off, shoot rock hard tennis balls at my buddy who was crazy enough to get in net. It used to be like Darren Warner or my boy Luke and me and TJ Campbell used to just rip slappers. You know how fucking hard those tennis balls get in the middle of the winter at Fort Mac?
Inside of the leg. Inside of the leg.
A big old welt. It's your third nut.
Those tennis balls were no joke. Even in Ontario, I can't imagine at Fort Mac.
Yeah.
You might as well play with a fucking rock.
And this is, you always knew like the backyards in the summer who had the fucking rinks in the winter because the fence wasn't standing straight up. They were fucking tilted sideways from guys just burying each other into the walls, you know?
I mean, that's what it's all about. Princey, did you have an outdoor rink in growing up or what?
Oh, yeah. We always had an outdoor rink, whether it was in the backyard or out on the street or wherever it is. We still, you know, I live by ponds now, so there's kids everywhere. And I've got a rink by my house that's occupied by kids, and it's also occupied by the two fellas from on the bench. Those two guys just live down the street from me, and they're always hammering each other into the boards. They're taking slap shots at each other's nuts and stuff. So I always see those two guys out there.
That rink is where you live? I seen that like where they do shit there.
Yeah, it's right down the street from me, and I see those guys all the time taking slap shots at each other, hitting each other over the head with their sticks. So
how's your game?
Pay those guys a little visit.
Hey Princey, how's your game? If I was to scout you for a squad, where would I put you in the lineup? Like what's your game?
I would say probably 3 or 4 defensemen. You know, you guys only see me on camera. You can compare my size to about Jimmy's size. I'm about 6'4", in around that 230, 240 range. So I haven't gotten out much this year, but yeah, I use always a backhand defenseman.
Can you fucking pass it nice and crispy?
Do you throw sauce?
I can. Yes,
you throw sauce?
I can. Absolutely, I can. Yeah.
All right, because there's no fucking bad pass you could ever give a winger like me. I'm telling you, Obi used to fucking fire it at me in summer hockey.
We used to say,
you got to knock it down.
In the National League, you can't give a good player a bad pass, Princey. Can't give a good player a bad pass. So I was just trying to get up.
As long as it's crispy, though. If you're fucking throwing the fucking...
If it's like bouncing and shit.
Yeah, come on. Just throw it as hard as you can. In my vicinity.
You pass the puck hard, too. You're one of my favorite guys to snap around with. Like, in the drills we would do in the summertime, you would try to get as many touches as you could.
Always.
Which is what it's all about.
Touching.
And, like, some of the drills my coaches did with, like, limited touches. Like, if I ever coach, which I'm not going to, but my drills would be a lot of touches. Touch it. You're always touching it. Like, why not? Like look at the Fact Daddy. Like when I started practicing with him, he's always doing stuff with the puck. So
fuck, he's a magician.
Kolby Craig, Uppy, thank you. I appreciate that. Kolby, keep your head up, buddy. I'll see you when I get home for Christmas, fella.